John 14 and verse 17, and it says, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. All praises, honor, and glory be to the God of heaven and earth, whose name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai. So I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the God of heaven and earth and his Son by saying Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakathum. Blessings to the Most High God and his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly and incorrectly called Jesus the Christ, the anointed Savior, our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and the Most High God, who the world calls God, and Jehovah, whose name is Yahweh. All praises be to the God of heaven and earth, Yahweh, and his Son Yahweh Shai. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel. Barakim La, Habayath Madabadah. Blessings to the house of David, which ye brothers labor in, and to the Akim Wa brothers and sisters that also listen and believe on the glorious gospel being preached worldwide throughout the four corners of the earth daily. And to you I say Shalom. This is the brother Sagalah, back another day, all through the Spirit. I pray this lesson is edifying, exhorting, and comforting, which is Philippians 4 and 7, the peace that surpasses all understanding, which is his truth. So I'm going to jump into it from this article from people.com. And I heard about this from a friend of mine, and they made me privy to this. And I didn't know about these two Jake men going back a year ago, who actually, one is a pastor, the one that is here on the left side with the gray hair. This man is actually a pastor at, a mega church in Atlanta. And this is supposed to be his husband. So now through the Spirit, we can already see kind of what this is getting into. And I was made privy to this, and I told this particular a friend of mine that I would actually do a video on this, because it was brought to me, and it was, we were speaking about kind of what's going on with the church, today, and how clearly the church today, and this person's not in the faith per se, but believes in the Most High, etc. Could clearly see that, okay, yeah, there's no way that the church today is aligned with the Bible and with God, the Most High. And this is a person pretty much still in the world, but has some level of spiritual inclination to the point where they can identify and see clearly that this is the unholy church. This is not righteousness. These are the 2/3. So that's the beauty in it. Now, it says Bishop O.C. Allen and Rashad Burgess renew vows in extravagant ceremony. Now, when we go on to read here, they said they renewed the vows because they did this 20 years ago. So they've been mowing for 20 years. And we see now that this has become normal. So now, of course, now the ceremonial part of it, and, no different than the rest of these mows. And this is in Atlanta, of course, which is the Mecca for the Mo culture, for the alphabet culture, for those people, those weirdos. And today, Atlanta is like modern day, the epicenter of modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. As a whole, Babylon is like Sodom and Gomorrah. America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible. But you can see Atlanta being the epicenter, the center of it, right? Pushing this culture of wickedness, this abominable filth to the world. And at the center of that would be our people, who are used to promote it and propagate this more and more and more and more, and to try to make it, to glamorize it, actually, right? Now, it says Bishop O.C. Allen and Rashad Burgess renew vows in extravagant ceremony, the power of love, they call it. Now, this happened last year, and I didn't even know about this. It says Allen and Burgess got married 20 years ago in a private beach ceremony before same-sex marriage was legal. So they did this 20 years ago, right? So now they're just going to go ahead and just bring it all out. Just the same way you have the brat down there in Atlanta. And now I'm hearing her and her so-called wife that she got married to, she went back and dealt with a man. And so allegedly they're on the rocks right now. The brat wanted to divorce her after she used artificial insemination, right, in this past year to actually get pregnant with their child, supposedly, right? So this is what's going on in the world today. And we're going to go into the scriptures just to show, clearly the blessing it is to have this truth, right? The spirit of truth, to have the Holy Spirit. That is a blessing from the God of heaven and earth, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shai. It says trailblazers in the world of the alphabet plus churches. The pair renewed their vows on Sunday with their children, Joshua 11 and Kaylee 10. So they had their children there. And we're going to show those pictures, right? By their side, their 600 guests gathered at a luxury hotel, the Whitley in Atlanta, to celebrate 20 years since Allen and Burgess committed to one another in a private sunrise ceremony. Now, this goes on to say, which I really don't want to dive all into this. We can see this, what it is. Now, these are the children here. These are their children that they had beforehand. Now, look right here. Let's get a good look at this. So these are the children, right? The son on the right, the daughter on the left. Now, look. You got the B-dub, the so-called black woman right there in the middle, who she was officiating this wedding with these two moles. Now, let's just go on down because I think I got enough here. I don't really want to get all into this. But I want to make this point because this was brought to me. Look at these niggas, man. This is wild, man. What's going on? The Most High about to destroy this place, boy. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. This place about to get destroyed. Here on People Magazine, front cover, boom, there you go. Atlanta, right? Atlanta, the epicenter of debauchery and sexual perversion. Atlanta is at the forefront of it. Sodom and Gomorrah, which is America. Atlanta is, once again, the center of Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's see if it's any more. Yeah, these dudes, man, they're wicked beyond belief. Now, we'll go back to this picture here. This just says a lot. And what this says is you can see now, the spirit of our people is tied up into this here, what we see right here. This is the spirit of Black America, Black culture today, BET culture, right? This is Black culture today. And this is the gift of the Edomites' Western culture. But ultimately, the center of this is the church. So you got a woman pastor here with the gay male pastor, the Mo pastor and his Mo, man. And that's what you got here today. That's at the forefront of our nation. And that's why Issue is a nation that's deprived of righteousness and wisdom. But it was only because of the elect that matter of fact, let me get that first. Let's go there. Isaiah, the first chapter. Isaiah 1 and 9, it says, except the Lord Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, which are the believers. That's the very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we would have been like unto Gomorrah. So except it be for the elect, then it would be no need for the Most High. He would just go ahead, only because of the promise he made, starting with Abraham down to Moses, unto the seed of Jacob. But if not for the promise the Most High made, he would just do away with the nation of Israel. In fact, he thought about just doing away with so-called mankind on the earth. Let's get that real quick. We'll just get some precepts. This is Genesis, the 6th chapter, and the 5th verse. It says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. How much more today when the Bible says that wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented Yahweh that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So, and it goes on to tell us that the Most High wanted to just do away with man on the earth. Now, when we go back, it says, except it be for the remnant. Except it be for the remnant. The remnant is making reference to the elect. So the Most High remembered his promise that he made, and he's not a man that he shall lie. Isaiah 5 and 20, it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. This would be the perfect example of calling evil good and calling good evil. All right, People Magazine, Front page. Woe unto them, Isaiah 5:20, that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. So now we can see now, as this was told to me and shown to me by a friend of mine, that even people in the world can see that at a certain point, this thing has just went too far. Like wickedness, once again, has exceedingly, once again, and that's in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, evil, wickedness, sin has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. And it's in overdrive. Now there's no, let me get that. There's no difference between the profane and the holy. See, these unholy acts, is led to the world being upside down, which I'll get that also in Psalm the 82nd chapter. They put no difference between the profane and the holy. This is Ezekiel 22:26. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. So the church, right, which has been constituted to be the backbone of Israelite life on the earth, and the righteousness and the way in which the Most High created us to serve him, everything that is supposed to be the center of our existence here on the earth, to the Israelites, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, comprise or make up the 12 tribes. The way we're supposed to live is according to the commandments of the Most High. So this is clearly way out of bounds, way out of bounds. And it's the reason why. And we're reading it. Ezekiel 22:26. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. So what's righteous has been profaned. It's been defiled. It's now wicked and detestable, evil, right? They have put no difference between the holy and profane. So now in the earth today, there's no difference between righteousness, things that are righteous, and profane. They've made them all the same. And they try to make the Most High neutral, or to cancel him out, or to make truth and righteousness, the laws and the commandments, obsolete. It says, neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profane among them. So now the Most High is looked at as, obsolete, non-existent, antiquated, right? Not relevant no more in this world. And that's why, this world hastens quick to pass away. There's only a short amount of time before destruction come to this earth, and Babylon being destroyed by the Most High, which is a promise. Isaiah 24:5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So the people on the earth are wicked. So the earth is defiled, right? It's in the worst, state imaginable. It's the worst that it's ever been, the time that we're on the earth now. Because they have transgressed the laws. The reason why is because they don't follow the Most High's instructions. Now here in the NLT, and on the right-hand side, Isaiah 24:5, it says, the earth suffers from the sins of his people, for they have twisted God's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant, which is what we're reading right now. Nothing, about righteousness is upheld anymore. That's why the earth is in the state that it's in. Verse 6, back in the KJV, Isaiah 24:6, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. That's why the Most High is going to allow this place to be destroyed with missiles. And Yahweh Shai is going to return with the angels, and they're going to bring fire to the earth again, along with the missiles, with the concentrated fire from the chariots. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate, meaning they're going to be destroyed. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So the Most High is only concerned with the remnant. Now I had quoted it. Let me get that real quick. So many precepts. This is should be Psalm 82. Psalm 82. In verse 5, it says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. So this is complete darkness right here. This is wickedness. This is evil personified. Two grown-ass men all hugged up and, going through a marital ceremony, all this. This is sick right here. This is vomit, in the eyes and the sight of the Most High. This is wickedness. It couldn't be more wicked than this. And then you even got the children involved, right? Along with the whole, like this whole thing, a picture says 1,000 words. Could you imagine in the heavens to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai how this was looked upon as this was being reported by the angels? You think people like this are going to make it, that they're going to actually have a chance? They actually are going to know, right? These detestable spirits. The Most High said that in John 9:31 that he heareth not sinners. He's not hearing no sinners. In Proverbs 28:9, any man, if any man basically not hear the Most High's laws, the Most High ain't hearing him. Let me get it perfectly, and I'll come back. Let me go get it and come back with it. This is Proverbs 28:9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination. So the Most High is not hearing these people prayers. And this pastor here, he's a false prophet. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. The worst kind of person on earth. Psalm 82 in verse 5, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. The whole earth is upside down. The same thing we read in Isaiah 24, right? The same thing we read in Isaiah 24. It's the book of Habakkuk 1 and 4. Therefore, the law is slack. See, the reason why the earth is, all the foundations are turned upside down, and that they call evil good and good evil. Right? They put light for darkness and darkness for light is because Habakkuk 1 and 4, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, meaning the wicked of our people, but also the wicked of the earth, Esau, Edom. Both, twofold. It says, the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. See, wrong judgment proceedeth. So this is air. This is the spirit of air and gross darkness. Wrong judgment proceedeth. Wrong judgment is proceeding on the earth. It's prevailing on the earth today, right? So once again, the church is in line with, and just get a few more before we close out. The church, the modern day Christian church, is 100% in line with the culture. They're not separate. The church is supposed to be separate. It's supposed to be separate of the ways of the world. There's supposed to be a distinct separation between righteousness and wickedness. And the church is supposed to be the epitome. They're supposed to personify that. Psalm 94:16, it says, who will rise up for me against the evildoer? So the Most High want to know who's actually going to stand against wickedness. Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? So that's what the Most High is actually seeing today, is that the elect are the ones that are standing up against wickedness. They are the men in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? These are the righteous men, and down to the women and men, believers that would make up the elect, that would constitute the elect, right? The Israel of God. Psalm 94:20, it says, shall the throne of iniquity, which is the rulership of wickedness, which is Esau's rule, have fellowship with thee, with frameth mischief by a law. Now we read just a little bit ago that the law is slack, wrong judgment proceeded forth, right? Here goes another one that comes to mind in Isaiah, the 10th chapter, Isaiah 10, right? Because it's speaking about how it's the law that's being pushed, that's wicked, that has perverted our people, not the laws of the Most High, the unholy. Isaiah 10:1, woe unto them that decree, the decrees are laws, unrighteous decrees. So to push that, you can have more weddings, right? And women pastors, so on and so forth. So to push that is decreeing unrighteous. This is unrighteousness in the sight of the Most High. Although people on the earth, they don't care. They think that, well, it doesn't matter anymore. Well, it matters to the Most High. Isaiah 10:1, you can't get around these scriptures. There's no way around it. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. So it's going to be a penalty, judgment for our people that prescribe to this. Like it was 600 people here that write, and it's thousands of people in this man's congregation, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Now it says here in the NLT on the right, Isaiah 10:1, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws. So all those that push these unrighteous decrees, let's go back to that. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees here. There's going to be a penalty for that from the Most High God, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shah, as we read here in Psalm 94. Now, I'll go ahead and continue on because Psalm 94 and 20 said again, it spoke about, the throne of iniquity, the rulership of the wicked, having fellowship with thee, with frameth mischief by the law. Now, the penalty for abominable demonic living is that the Most High is going to destroy you ultimately. But let me get this before we close it out. This is Deuteronomy 23, showing you all in the law that and these people are supposed to believe in God. These men are one man, and then you got the Jake woman. She shouldn't, if she believed in God like she says she did, well, she wouldn't be a preacher first and foremost. But she wouldn't be surely she wouldn't be officiating in a wedding between two modes. But that's, once again, that's Babylon. That's black culture for you. Deuteronomy 23 and 17, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite, which is what? A mo. A sodomite is a mo. H-O-M-O. Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And you just saw two of them, right? Totally going against the law. These are sodomites. Should be no sodom. These are Israelite men. Should be no sodomites of the sons of Israel, the scriptures say. And this is in the law. Verse 18, thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord Yahweh. So that would be these other nations, anything that's wicked or abominable people, right? A whore, it says, or the price of a dog, into the house of Yahweh, thy power for any vow. So how can they go before the Most High and make a vow before God? So-called. Now, the God that they worship is Satan and wickedness, the ways of the world, which is ultimately Satan. It says, thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord Yahweh, thy power, for any vow. For even both these are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh, thy power. So this is an abomination in the sight of the Most High, right? The Most High is not accepting that. Clearly, we know that. But the point is that the people on the earth, the earth is in darkness, it says in Isaiah 61 and 2, in gross darkness the people. So the earth is in darkness and gross darkness the people. So now let's go to Leviticus 20 and 13, right? So this is Leviticus 20 and 13. This is in the law as well. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So the blood of these sodomites and people that actually support this, or don't speak against it and don't stand against it, hey, you're going to get the same judgment. Let's read it again. Leviticus 20 and 13 in the law. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So what's coming from this is there's an assurance that death is coming, right? There's an assurance that death is coming. This is the book of Romans, the first chapter, and I'll start around 18. It's a good starting place. Romans 1 and 18, it says, for the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness. And this is clearly ungodliness personified, right? This is a slap in the face of the Most High. That these Israelite men, right, these moles, are actually pushing this and promoting this. And one's supposed to be a preacher, so-called. Romans 1 and 18, for the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. So the fact that one of these men are pastors, that is a pastor, that even shows you. And the woman pastor there too. So it's all bugged out. It's all done. The Most High is done with this place. There's nothing left here but destruction to come. Jacob's trouble. Verse 19, because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them, for the Most High hath showed it unto them. And the Most High made everything obvious because he gave us the truth and gave us the law. That's how we know if we're in the right spirit or not, or if we're doing the right things, because we have the law, right? The Apostle Paul said, I would not have known sin except by the law. So now we have the law and the understanding here. Now let me get down to the point here, because we can probably go real far with this. Let me just do this and close this out. Verse 22, it says, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So the people in this world look at this as wise and righteous, which really, this is foolish. Verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible men, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts. And that's what you saw in all of those pictures, right? It showed that was the lust of man's heart, not righteousness and considering the laws of the Most High, considering now the world is not there. It's completely turned upside down, as we read in Psalm 82:5. And the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. This is dishonorable to the Most High. This is dishonorable, right? You can't get much more dishonorable than this, according to the God of heaven and earth, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever among. They don't serve the Most High, so they pretty much just mark him out, say, but we don't got to keep his laws. That's why they have actually a Mo Bible, right? They have actually a HOMO Bible. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Same thing you see with women as well, right? In this culture, I made the example, gave the example earlier of the brat, and whatever, her so-called wife is supposed to be named, right? That whole nonsense, that whole, with the brat getting pregnant, all of it is just pure wickedness. That's what we see, pure wickedness. Verse 27, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. So what's going to come from that is that the Most High is going to destroy these people. There's no other way around that, right? Let's show. Verse 32, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Those that are okay and they encourage this, right? That promote this, or that won't stand against it. They're going to get the same judgment. All praises, honor, and glory be to the God of heaven and earth, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. All praises to the God of heaven and earth, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahushai. I'm speaking in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue, which was the primitive language of the earth, when you read in Genesis, the 11th chapter. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel, Barakim La, Habayath, Madabada. Blessings to the house of David, with you brothers laboring, and to the Akim, Wa'akwath, brothers and sisters that also listen and believe on the glorious gospel being preached worldwide. Unto you, I say, Shalom.